I want to show you guys something that is a miracle, because I know that somebody needs a sign right now that God is going to come through for them, and there is no way out that they can see at the moment. A year ago, I was leaving a toxic relationship and I had no means to get out, no money, 4 daughters, and I was petrified because I didn't know where I was going to go, and I knew that this person was not going to allow me to stay there. So I lived in it for as long as I could until I got to this point where God was like, you need to get out because this is harming you. And I started packing my boxes. I started packing my boxes with nowhere to go. And when people asked me what I was doing, I literally said, I'm packing for my new home. I just don't know where it is, right? But I trusted God was bringing me. Little did I know that with the absolutely nothing that I had to my name, this is where God was taking me. That is the back of my home, that is the greenhouse, and this is the chicken coop that I am working on that just brought me this revelation as a bumblebee kept flying up to me, and I was aggravated, I was annoyed, and then all of a sudden it hit me. Bumblebees are defy logic, they defy science. Their bodies are too fat, their wings are too small, yet they fly, right? And I just received this word that it's not supposed to look possible. God's provision is supposed to look impossible. And it is your act of faith that gives it this power for God to really come in and move in your life. And there is no way that I added up any of the situations. I was looking at little 1-bedroom apartments for me and my daughters to start over in. And financially, there was no way that this situation was going to work. And I was panicked. But every time that I felt that panic, I literally would sit there and pray and have a conversation with God and say, you know what? If you want me to leave this situation, which is what I think that you're telling me, then I need you to provide a way out. I need you to show me what to do, because I cannot keep guessing. And everything that followed from that brought me into this home that is better than anything that I could have ever dreamed or felt worthy of being in, is truly because of an act of faith and God's provision and God's ability to still perform miracles. And I share this because it's not supposed to look possible. And even now I find myself getting in these positions of well, how am I going to maintain this? How do I maintain this home and afford it and keep it? And I want to stay here. And as soon as I start to get into that hysteric, I have to remind myself that it was nothing that I did that got me here to begin with. I didn't have the money to do it. I didn't have the means to be here or to sustain it. It was God that did. So why would I think that it's my ability that is going to allow me to keep it, that's going to allow me to sustain it? It's not. It's God's. Truly, things can look so hopeless, and as long as you keep that faith, God can come through for you. He will come through with you, and it's always in His timing, right? The chain of events that occurred for me to get into this home and be in this home, things were happening before I even knew that this home existed, right? In my story, in this home story, all of these things, and it came together exactly in the perfect timing, even though to me it felt late, because I was waiting and panicking, and it was right to the last minute, but it was on time. And He will show up on time for you. And there is no limitations that we have that God also has. So you need to stop putting your limitations and your own thought process and beliefs on what's possible for God, because that doesn't exist to Him.